Hello, and welcome to Chitchatting with Chuck, brought to you by Solidarity Strategies, where Brown consultants matter.
Welcome back. And we have primaries happening all over the country, primaries every week, and exciting news out of New York. A young Latina, a 28-year-old Latina, named Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, will be the new congresswoman for New York City, representing the Bronx and other amazing areas. She took on Joe Crowley, that Joe Crowley, in the leadership Joe Crowley, who spent $1 million, Joe Crowley, against her who spent about $100,000. So she was outspent 10-1 and will be the new congresswoman. This week as well, in Maryland, Ben Jealous will be the Democratic nominee. Bernie Sanders been jealous. NAACP, that been jealous. He's going to be the Democratic nominee, and anything could happen in Maryland in that governor's race. Also, this week, as we always do, we talk about something super negative. Let's see. What could be negative? Yeah, that guy, Donald Trump. That's what could be negative. He passed an executive order, or he signed an executive order with his scribbling signature, saying that we were no longer going to separate families. Yo, brother, you're the reason we were separating families. Your policy's the reason we were doing it. What do you mean? That's kind of like me saying, well, I don't know why nobody's got any sandwiches. When you took the sandwiches, that's why. So anyway, I regress, and Goose hates when I say that because I think I use that word wrong. But let me explain what's happening. What's happening is he's saying we're not going to separate families, so what are we going to do? Oh, let's just put all the families in cages together. So they've taken the babies that was in the cages and the mamas that was in the cages that they had torn apart, and now they're putting them in the cages together. So that's real family unity under this administration. We're going to put people in internment camps. Real American. Way to go there, Oompa Loompa. Okay, let's talk about something happy. I'm tired of talking about something that makes me so upset. Let's talk about the year of the Latina. Let's talk about Latinas and Latinas to look out for in 2018. When I talked about what happened in New York, it's not the only place that's happening. There are amazing, well-qualified, badass Latinas running for Congress all over the country. I would draw your attention to El Paso, Texas. Shout out to Texas. That's what I'm talking about. Judge Veronica Escobar is poised to be the first Latina ever elected to Congress in Texas. Also, Sylvia Garcia is poised to join her from the city of Houston to replace Jean Green. Also in Texas, there seems to be a theme. Texas, Latinas, winning elections. Jana Sanchez against Joe Barton. She started running against Joe. Joe put a bunch of bad pictures on the internet. Now Joe's gone. Open seat. Jana Sanchez. She could win that race. In the neighboring state in the Southwest, Xochitl Torres Small, running in southern New Mexico, could absolutely win that seat and flip it from a red seat to a blue seat. And there are other states like Massachusetts where we haven't even had a primary. Be on the lookout for Juana Matias. Juana's running in an open seat just north of Boston where she could actually be the nominee. She was elected as a new state rep just north of Boston. And down in Florida, in a place where I love to hang out, and if you follow me on my social media, you may or may not see me catching big old fish in the Keys. Debbie Marcasol Powell. She's the nominee. She's got a primary coming up. It should be easy peasy in the primary, and she'll be running against a Republican incumbent down there in the Keys in Monroe County, but also taking in parts of Miami-Dade County. So be on the lookout. There's a common theme happening here. Women are standing up, they're being counted, and they said, we've had enough. And you know what? Here at Solidarity Strategies, there's a reason why the majority of our staff are Latinas, because we know that the future is Latina. And we can't wait for you to come back and tell us next week, because behind the cameras here, behind the scenes here, doing all the work here, it ain't this big old Mexican redneck, it's a bunch of strong Latinas. I look forward to seeing you next week, and coming up, you stay good out there.